As an investor, I'm sure you've heard the term yield, talking about the money that comes back to us through our rental return. But do you know the difference between your gross yield and your net yield? Now, a lot of people buy property based on a rental return, and they go, it's a 5% yield, that's not bad, 3% yield, that's low, and 8% yield, that's fantastic. But you need to know what that equates to in regard to your personal cash flow and money in your pocket. And there's a lot of misinformation out there at the moment around that. And remember, if you basically want to rely on tax deductions, you're basically saying that you plan to continue to work in that job and maintain that income, and you'll only normally be in a position where you can either be neutral or slightly positive if you get the tax deductions. And in many cases right now, if you were to buy a traditional property at the median price in Australia, which is probably $800,000 to $900,000, with a current interest rate of between 6% and 7%, and if you're paying principal and interest, which a lot of banks are now pushing for, your basically income to provide for that will be about $80,000, and that's what you've got to generate before tax to then pay about $60,000. So in that case, because your interest rate is 7%, and basically your yield is about 3%, the rent compared to the value, you're going to be highly negative geared and basically have to put into that property out of your own pocket. And even with your tax deductions, you could still be $10,000 short that's got to come out of your personal savings. So guys, yield is a really, really important thing to understand. If you want to know more about that, check out one of my longer videos where I go through the before and after tax cash flow and look at different types of assets as well. Love to see you, and education is the way to make better informed decisions and become a sharp investor. Thanks, guys.